In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can get games for cheaper, sell them for more, and expand your collection. Let's get on into it. What is going on, guys? Today I'm bringing you a brand new video, so as always, hope you guys do enjoy it. And today we're going to be talking about how you can expand your video game collection by flipping games in the process. So pretty much, the basics I've covered in my last video. What you're going to want to do is go to garage sales, Goodwills, thrift stores, and some of these apps I'm going to be talking to you guys about. You're going to go there, you're going to look for games that are at good prices, or if you're going to garage sales, asking people, do you have video games that you might want to sell? And, you know, 9 times out of 10, they're going to say no. But the other time, out of 10, they're going to say yes, and they're going to pull some really nice finds out, like I'm going to tell you in today's video. Probably my best find I've had so far is an Ice Blue N64 that also came with Zelda Ocarina of Time, Mario Kart 64, Donkey Kong 64, and a couple other like junky games that I just bundled with another N64 I had gotten and sold that. But I paid $25 for that. The games themselves are probably at least $15 to $25 a piece, depending on condition, and I got the Ice Blue controller as well. So the Ice Blue controller and the Ice Blue N64, I've seen online going for anywhere from $60 and up. So if I wanted to flip it, which I'm keeping it, but if I wanted to flip it, I could make a hefty profit on everything. I could at least double, if not triple my money. Let's say I just wanted to buy that and then resell it. We're gonna talk low numbers. So let's say I sold the console itself with the controller for $60 straight. None of the games with them. And then I got rid of the other games. I already sold them, but I have Mario Kart 64, Donkey Kong 64, and Ocarina of Time. Let's just say I sold them on the low end for $10 a piece. That's $30. Combine that with the other 60, that's $90. I could buy, probably, depending if I want to buy new or used, I could buy two to three new games for my Switch. One to expand my collection for that the most. Or the new Call of Duty's coming out pretty soon. I could buy the new Call of Duty with that and a Switch game. Used, of course. I don't think you could get many new Switch games for that much. Now we're going to be moving on into the apps. So we got Letgo, OfferUp, and Facebook Marketplace. Now I haven't had too much luck, but you get a little bit of traction now and again. Facebook Marketplace seems to be the way I'm getting the most traffic. Letgo and OfferUp are kind of slow for me. Every once in a while you can find decent deals across these 3 platforms, but you're going to have to spend more time looking. I find it's harder. Usually people who are listing on these platforms have it priced about what it should be at, or way above. So you're going to have to look harder for those deals, but the good thing is then you can sell your stuff on there, and it just makes it a whole lot easier. Next, what we're going to be moving on is the auction sites, and that is Goodwill. It's shopgoodwill.com and eBay, and I'm going to go ahead and explain the whole Goodwill thing. So pretty much when people donate stuff to Goodwill, most of the time, all of the good stuff that's worth money, and sometimes not worth money, they hold it back. And this doesn't just go for video games, this goes for everything. So if someone donates a diamond ring, and it's legitimate, a diamond ring, they're going to put it on their auction site, and they're going to sell it. So, same goes for video games. Very rarely are you going to find really good finds in a Goodwill store. It's not impossible. It's definitely not impossible. Because you're going to get things that slip through the cracks that, people aren't really sure what it's worth. So those things can get into the Goodwill stores, but to go to shopgoodwill.com, you're going to be finding a lot more like Nintendo products than you would if you went into a Goodwill store. With that being said, there are a lot of people who know about this auction site. So it's going to be harder to get good deals. It's not impossible, it's just going to be harder to get good deals on games and stuff. Now I have seen a few where it's like a bundle of games, and it's just like really good games. Like I've seen Super Smash Bros. This is all in the same bundle. Super Smash Bros. Double Dash, Super Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, like a bunch of like $30+ games, and it sold for like $150 and then there was a few like shovelware games in there as well. But if you bought that, let's just say for $150 shipped, you could probably make $200 to $250 on that whole bundle if you parted it all out. So you can do that if that's something you're wanting to do. You just want to do it from your computer. You can also do that, the same thing on eBay. In fact, eBay's a little bit probably bigger than shopgoodwill.com, so you might be able to find those deals better than on Goodwill. But that's just the thing. You're going to have to really crunch the numbers and see if it's worth buying, because you are taking a risk on it. Overall, I have found the most success at garage sales. Definitely garage sales. Now, I live here in Indiana, so obviously winter's coming up. and fall's coming up, so it's gonna be colder. There's gonna be less garage sales, so that's gonna die down, and I'll just be stuck with thrift stores and Goodwills, and maybe the occasional like Facebook Marketplace, Letgo, OfferUp, find. One thing I didn't mention is Craigslist. I'm mentioning it now. I very rarely look on Craigslist. I feel like Facebook Marketplace and these types of apps are the future, and Craigslist is getting left behind. Now, I still list my stuff on Craigslist. I still have other things besides just video games. I always list my stuff on Craigslist anyway. Every once in a while I will get a customer. Mostly here recently I've gotten all my customers from Facebook Marketplace or selling on eBay. That is just where I think it's at right now. All that being said, I'm going to do a quick recap. Pretty much the best place that I found in my area to get good game finds, whether for a personal collection or flipping, is garage sales. You know, people, like when I bought that Ice Blue N64, I asked the guy, so what are you looking to get out of it? And he said, I don't know, make me an offer. I said, how about 20 bucks? And he's like, it's probably worth more than that. And he's like, what about 25? I'm like, sure. And you know, some people might think I'm cheating the guy, but it's not that to me. You know, his fault, he didn't really know what it was worth. He could have told me 40 bucks. I still would have bought it. He could have told me 50 bucks. The reason you always want to get them to say the number first is you don't want to say something that they wouldn't ask. So, like, for example, let's say I lowballed him, but let's say because I was going to say 50. I was just going to say, how about 50 bucks? But I decided I'll just say 20, and I can always go up. You can't go down. It's really hard to do that. So I told him 20. He said, how about 25? And I'm like, sure, knowing it was probably worth more than that. But I can make a whole separate video on negotiating. That's all for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you have any questions about any of these platforms, I will leave links in the description down below to shopgoodwill.com and eBay if you haven't heard of it. And if I can find any links for the other apps to maybe download them or something, I'll put those also in the description down below so you guys can get started on those. Remember, you know, garage sale season, depending on where you live, is coming to an end soon. So make sure you go to those garage sales. If you don't see anything out there, you always ask. Always ask, do you have any video game stuff you might want to sell? Or that you would want to sell? Or do you have any older video game stuff? Just stuff like that. That will go a long way. But that's it for this one. See you guys in the next one.